The psychology of color plays a pivotal role in shaping our living environments, particularly in small apartments where every design decision carries significant weight. Today's interior color trends reflect a growing appreciation for spaces that promote both tranquility and style, with palettes carefully curated to enhance the perception of space while creating emotionally resonant environments. The thoughtful application of color can transform even the most compact apartment into a sophisticated sanctuary.
Before we delve into our exploration, allow us to extend a warm welcome back to Amica Studio. For those joining us for the first time, we invite you to subscribe for more captivating insights into home and interior design inspiration.
Top color trends for small apartment interior create a calming and stylish retreat. Modern color theory, balancing style and spatial perception. Contemporary approaches to color in small spaces have evolved beyond traditional rules, embracing innovative combinations that create depth and interest while maintaining visual harmony. Understanding how different hues interact within limited square footage has led to sophisticated color strategies that can make rooms appear larger, more welcoming, and more personally expressive. This modern interpretation of color theory provides a foundation for creating spaces that feel both current and timeless. Creating atmosphere. The role of color in small space design. The strategic use of color in small apartments goes beyond mere decoration, becoming a powerful tool for defining zones, creating mood, and establishing visual flow between spaces. By carefully considering how different colors interact with natural light, architectural features, and furnishings, today's designers are creating environments that feel both spacious and intimately tailored to modern living needs. 1. Neutral elegance, how soft tones like beige and taupe make small spaces feel spacious. The science of light colors, maximizing space through neutral palettes. Soft neutral tones work as space-enhancing tools in small apartments, reflecting light and creating an airy atmosphere that expands visual boundaries. These versatile hues, ranging from warm beige to sophisticated taupe, provide a foundation that makes rooms feel more open and welcoming. The careful selection of neutral shades with subtle undertones adds depth and interest while maintaining the spacious feel that makes small apartments more livable. Professional designers often layer different neutral tones to create sophisticated depth without overwhelming the space. Texture play, adding dimension to neutral spaces. In a neutral palette, texture becomes the star player in creating visual interest and depth. From plush carpets to woven wall coverings, varying textures add richness and sophistication to simple color schemes. The interplay of different materials and finishes creates subtle variations in how light is reflected and absorbed, adding dimension to the space without compromising its serene atmosphere. This attention to textural detail transforms basic neutral spaces into richly layered environments. Accent integration, elevating neutral palettes. While neutrals form the backbone of the design, thoughtful accent pieces and architectural details provide crucial points of interest. Strategic use of metallic finishes, natural wood tones, and carefully chosen artwork adds personality to the space while maintaining its open, airy feel. These accents create focal points that draw the eye through the space, making rooms feel larger and more dynamically composed. Interior Designer's Guide, Selecting and Combining Neutral Tones. When working with neutral palettes in small spaces, consider the room's natural light exposure and existing architectural features. Choose warm neutrals like cream and honey beige for north-facing rooms to counteract cool light, while south-facing spaces can handle cooler neutrals like soft gray and taupe. Layer different shades of the same neutral family to create depth, and incorporate textural elements through furnishings and materials. Consider using high-end paint finishes that enhance light reflection and add subtle dimension to walls. Two. Serene blues and greens, bring nature indoors with tranquil shades for a relaxing retreat. Nature-inspired color theory, understanding blues and greens in interior design. The incorporation of blues and greens in small apartments draws directly from nature's most calming elements: sky, water, and foliage. These colors have been proven to reduce stress and promote relaxation, making them ideal choices for creating a peaceful home environment. Soft sage greens, ethereal blue-grays, and gentle aqua tones work together to establish a connection with the natural world while maintaining a sophisticated aesthetic. The key lies in selecting the right undertones that complement natural light and existing architectural elements. Color layering, creating depth with nature's palette. Successful integration of blues and greens relies on thoughtful layering of different shades and tones. Lighter, more atmospheric blues can be used on walls to create depth, while deeper greens might appear in upholstery or accessories. This layered approach creates visual interest while maintaining the serene atmosphere essential in small spaces. The interaction between different shades adds complexity and sophistication to the design without overwhelming the space. Balancing act: complementary elements in nature-inspired spaces. To prevent blue and green spaces from feeling monotonous, incorporate natural materials and complementary colors that enhance these peaceful hues. Warm woods, natural linens, and touches of soft white create balance and ground the color scheme. These elements work together to create a harmonious environment that feels both refreshing and welcoming, while maintaining the spacious feel crucial in small apartments. Color Application Guide: Mastering Blues and Greens in Small Spaces. When incorporating nature-inspired colors, consider the quality of natural light throughout the day. Morning rooms benefit from warmer blues and greens that enhance early light, while spaces used primarily in the evening might incorporate deeper, more intimate shades. Use matte finishes for walls to create depth and hide imperfections, while reserving glossier finishes for trim and accent pieces. Consider using textured wall coverings or specialty paint techniques to add subtle variation and interest to walls. Moody accents, incorporating charcoal gray and deep navy for a sophisticated touch. Dark color psychology: the power of moody hues in small spaces. Contrary to conventional wisdom, dark accents can actually enhance the perception of space when used strategically in small apartments. Deep navy and rich charcoal create depth and drama, acting as sophisticated anchors in a well-designed space. These moody tones add architectural interest and create focal points that draw the eye through the room, making spaces feel more intentionally designed and surprisingly spacious. The key is understanding how to balance these deeper tones with lighter elements to maintain visual harmony. Strategic placement, maximizing impact of dark accents. The successful use of dark colors in small spaces relies heavily on their strategic placement. An accent wall in deep navy can create the illusion of receding walls, while charcoal details can frame views and highlight architectural features. Consider using these darker tones in areas that naturally fall into shadow or in spaces where you want to create intimacy, such as dining nooks or reading corners. The careful positioning of these elements creates a rhythm that guides the eye through the space. Light and shadow, playing with contrast in small spaces. The interplay between light and dark elements creates dynamic spaces that feel alive and sophisticated. Pairing moody accents with reflective surfaces and lighter tones creates contrast that adds depth and interest to small rooms. This balance of light and dark can make spaces feel larger by creating visual layers that suggest depth and dimension. The thoughtful use of lighting becomes crucial in spaces with darker elements, helping to maintain the perfect balance between drama and functionality. Four. Earthy warmth, Transform your apartment with terracotta and sand-inspired hues. Grounded living, the psychology of earth tones. Earth-inspired colors bring a sense of stability and warmth to small living spaces, creating environments that feel both nurturing and sophisticated. Terracotta, with its rich, warm undertones, adds depth and character while maintaining a connection to natural elements. Sand-inspired hues create a versatile foundation that makes spaces feel open and inviting. These colors work particularly well in creating a sense of flow between rooms, making small apartments feel more cohesive and thoughtfully designed. Tonal variations, creating depth with earth-inspired colors. The key to successfully incorporating earth tones lies in understanding their subtle variations and how they interact with light. Different times of day bring out varying undertones in these colors, creating spaces that feel dynamic and alive. The layering of similar earth-tone shades creates rich, nuanced environments that maintain visual interest without overwhelming small spaces. This approach allows for a sophisticated palette that feels both current and timeless. Material integration, enhancing earth tones through texture. Natural materials play a crucial role in earth tone spaces, adding authenticity and depth to the color scheme. Incorporating elements like textured wall coverings, natural fibers, and handcrafted ceramics brings these colors to life while adding tactile interest. The combination of smooth and rough textures creates a multi-sensory experience that makes small spaces feel more luxurious and intentionally designed. 5. Minimalist monochrome, the timeless appeal of black, white, and subtle grays in small interiors. Classic contrast, mastering monochromatic design. The power of a monochromatic palette lies in its ability to create clear visual organization in small spaces. Black and white, when used thoughtfully, can make rooms feel larger and more architecturally defined. The addition of subtle grays provides necessary transition points and helps soften the stark contrast between black and white. This classic approach to color creates a sophisticated foundation that can be easily updated with seasonal accents. Balance and proportion, the art of monochrome distribution. Successful monochromatic design requires careful attention to the distribution of light and dark elements. In small spaces, white should typically dominate to maintain brightness and openness, while black elements create architectural interest and definition. Gray tones act as mediators, providing subtle transitions that help the eye move smoothly through the space. The proportions of these colors significantly impact the overall feel of the room. Pattern and texture, adding depth to monochrome spaces. To prevent monochromatic spaces from feeling flat, incorporate patterns and textures that add visual interest while maintaining the color scheme. Geometric patterns, organic textures, and varying finishes create depth and sophistication without compromising the clean aesthetic. These elements become particularly important in small spaces where every design decision needs to contribute to both function and style. Six. Pops of pastel, adding soft pinks, lilacs, and mint greens for a playful yet stylish vibe. Gentle impact, the psychology of pastel colors. Pastel colors offer a sophisticated way to introduce personality and warmth into small spaces without overwhelming them. These soft hues create an atmosphere of gentle optimism while maintaining a sense of refinement and calm. Soft pinks add warmth and nurturing energy, lilacs bring a touch of creativity and sophistication, while mint greens offer refreshing serenity. The key to their success lies in understanding how these colors interact with light and how they can be used to create spaces that feel both fresh and timeless. Strategic color placement, maximizing pastel impact. In small apartments, the strategic placement of pastel colors can create delightful moments of visual interest without dominating the space. Using these colors in unexpected places, inside cabinets, on ceiling borders, or as backing for shelving units, adds personality while maintaining sophistication. The careful balance between pastel accents and neutral foundations ensures that spaces feel playful yet mature, avoiding any sense of juvenile design. Color harmony, blending pastels with neutrals. The success of pastel integration often lies in how well these colors are balanced with neutral elements. Crisp whites, soft grays, and warm beiges provide the perfect backdrop for pastel accents, allowing these gentle colors to shine without competing for attention. This harmonious approach creates spaces that feel both cohesive and deliberately designed, perfect for small apartment living. Seven. Golden glow, using mustard and sunlit yellows to infuse warmth and energy into compact spaces. Energetic balance, the power of yellow in interior design. Yellow tones, from rich mustard to gentle sunlit hues, bring natural warmth and energy to small spaces. These colors can transform rooms into inviting sanctuaries that feel both cozy and uplifting. Understanding the psychological impact of yellow, its ability to stimulate conversation and creativity while promoting optimism, helps in using these tones effectively in compact living spaces. The key lies in selecting the right intensity and undertone to create spaces that feel energized but not overwhelming. Light play, enhancing natural illumination. Yellow tones interact beautifully with natural light, creating spaces that feel sun-kissed throughout the day. The careful selection of yellow shades can enhance both natural and artificial light, making small spaces feel more open and welcoming. Different yellows create varying effects, from the deep sophistication of mustard to the airy brightness of butter yellow, allowing for customized atmospheres that suit different functions and preferences. Balanced integration, combining yellows with contemporary design. Successfully incorporating yellow into modern interiors requires a thoughtful approach to balance and contrast. Pairing yellow tones with contemporary neutrals, particularly grays and whites, creates sophisticated spaces that feel current and timeless. The addition of natural materials and textures helps ground these energetic colors, creating environments that feel both exciting and livable. Conclusion. The art of color, creating harmonious small space design. The thoughtful application of color in small apartments demonstrates how strategic design choices can transform compact spaces into sophisticated, welcoming homes. By understanding the psychological impact of different colors and their interaction with light and space, we can create environments that feel both personally expressive and professionally designed. The key lies in balancing current trends with timeless principles to create spaces that will remain relevant and beautiful for years to come. Future-forward color design, adapting trends to small space living. As we continue to embrace small space living, the role of color becomes increasingly important in creating environments that satisfy both practical and aesthetic needs. The trends explored here offer a foundation for personalizing small spaces while maintaining their functionality and appeal. By carefully considering how different colors work together and impact our daily lives, we can create homes that feel both current and deeply personal. Living with color, a practical approach to small space design. The success of color in small apartments ultimately depends on how well it serves the inhabitants' needs and preferences. Whether choosing serene neutrals, bold accents, or playful pastels, the key is creating spaces that feel authentic and livable. By applying these color trends thoughtfully and with attention to both aesthetic and practical considerations, we can transform even the smallest apartments into beautiful, functional retreats that reflect contemporary design at its best. This modern apartment interior features a bright, open-concept living space with floor-to-ceiling windows that allow abundant natural light and offer views of urban greenery outside. A minimalist white marble coffee table with a black metal frame sits atop a light gray area rug, with a wooden tray holding beverages and accessories centered on it. This elegant dining room showcases a harmonious coastal-inspired design, featuring a textured blue-gray striped wallpaper that serves as a sophisticated backdrop for a large abstract seascape painting in soft yellow and blue tones. The space seamlessly transitions into a bar area featuring wooden floating shelves mounted on a dark accent wall, displaying coffee equipment and various containers. The space is anchored by a round wooden dining table with a distinctive pedestal base, surrounded by comfortable upholstered white dining chairs. The room is brightened by a large window dressed with flowing white curtains, offering views of leafy greenery outside, while a dramatic fiddle leaf fig plant in the corner adds organic texture to the space. The light wooden flooring and cream-colored area rug complete the room's serene, contemporary coastal aesthetic. The polished white flooring reflects light throughout the space, while the exterior greenery visible through the windows creates a natural connection between the indoor and outdoor environments.